Good afternoon, community. Welcome back, Top Tip Tuesday. So I have no sling, I have no doll. Just coming on after a few bits and bobs we've been doing. So obviously it's the Easter break, and this week is Maternal Mental Health Awareness Week. So there's lots of things around looking after your mental health, and obviously quite a lot, in my mind, of carrying links in with that. So today, just really wanted to give you a top tip around just trust your instincts with your baby, around their sleep, around their needs, and don't falter in your knowing belief that you are meeting their needs in the best way possible, whether that is holding them when they drop off to sleep, or whether it's using the sling for when they're asleep, but just to really listen to your own feelings and instincts on it, because you have an amazing opportunity with your baby to create that ongoing relationship with them, because that's what it is, and we're creating those links and relationships and connections with them that will go through into adulthood, and we want to have a relationship with them throughout our lives. And sometimes if we try and force us to be separated, sometimes we risk that relationship around having that secure attachment, and that can be really detrimental to their mental health and also to your mental health. So that's why I think carrying is just so amazing to talk about when it comes to mental health, because what you're doing by meeting your child's needs and by being responsive is absolutely building them to have a really robust brain, so that they are mentally strong and that they have a really good basis for their adulthood and making them resilient against stress, so that they can bounce back, and that they hopefully then won't have those struggles that perhaps you have had. And I think as a new parent, you're dealing with so much information coming at you from so many different angles that you just have to go with the one and go, yeah, that makes sense to me. And that's what I try and do. Hey, Ellen. I just try and listen to, when I kind of, whether it's research, whether it's something, for example, the orthodontics that my daughter's having, I just was like, gosh, this guy talks like this, and I watched some of his YouTube videos, and I was like, well, that makes sense to me. That makes logical sense to me. And so that felt the right path for us to go down. And for me, that's why carrying is just amazing. The more and more I learn about it, the more amazed I am. And that's why it's just so good for mental health, because I think we are meant to be together, and certainly for that first year of life, it's really important that we are together, almost as one unit, working together in that sort of synchronicity way, because that is the building blocks of the brain. And if you don't have those really strong roots, those really strong foundations in their brains, it's going to be harder to build, strong house on top of that. So I think it's a really good analogy, and I love, obviously it links in with my tree logo around, we need to really build those really, really strong roots now in those early years when it's really, really hard, and we're trying to juggle so much, and we're juggling this new role, and some people will be trying to find themselves and trying to get back to themselves. And I just think just sometimes just sit and take a moment and just listen to what your baby is telling you, and be in that moment with your baby. And that is so much easier to do when you carry. You can be so much more responsive when they are here or here or here or even on your back, because you are together in that respect. So it's really, really important for the synchronicity, so that when they talk, you'll talk back, you'll engage more with them. The interactions double when a child is just facing you. That study was done with buggies, so that's hugely powerful. Those interactions are absolutely key to their building blocks of language, because it builds that brain up. So just really wanted to say, just trust your instincts. If you think, oh, my baby should be sleeping through, and you try something, your baby's really upset and it's leaving you feeling really uncomfortable, then maybe you need to think about whether that's the right path for you to go down. And I just think, just really listen in, and if something feels right, then go with it, and if it doesn't feel right, you can absolutely change your mind. So yes, that's my top tip for this Tuesday. Obviously we'll be live on Friday for Feature Friday. I can't remember which carrier it is this week. I've got it written down. And have a look out on social media, because we're sharing some of the science links, and Rosie at Carrying Matters has got loads of great, really scientific posts around why it helps mental health when you carry and you respond to your baby. So even if you're really struggling and it is really, really hard, there is so much available help out there right now. And it's a great week to find your local connections to support you with your mental health. And again, sometimes severing that link between your baby is really detrimental to your mental health as well as your baby's. And I know sometimes it feels really hard, especially if we have our own attachment issues. To have our baby here might feel difficult, but if you just mold into that moment and just go with it, that those hormones will start to work, and that relationship can then start to develop. So yeah, hope you found that useful today. Any questions, pop them down. I will absolutely come back to you. It's beautiful sunny day, as you can see here. I hope you're able to get out and about and enjoy this week. Take care.